Hey Student Success, this is your video for week 7 already. We are winding down now, so hopefully you are excited and looking forward to kind of wrapping things up here. So wanted to kind of jump in, and I had one person ask, I don't know if anyone else has the same question, there's no final exam or anything like that for the course, so when you finish week 8 work, you're done. No exams, no papers, anything like that. All right, so remember, I do have a little folder in here for college resources if you need access to any of those, so just check those out if you need any of that. Okay, so scrolling down here, when week 7 opens on the 13th, it's, I think, a kind of quick week. There's no chapter associated with it. There are 2 assignments you'll see listed here, and it's all about kind of planning and then looking and talking about the digital library. So you'll see there are 2 assignments, the registration assignment and the library assignment. There's no discussion forum this week, which I think is a nice break sometimes on those weeks where we don't have discussion forums. So that means that the attendance will be based on completing both assignments by Sunday, July 19th. For your week 7 attendance. So that's what I'm going to use for the basis of your week 7 attendance, is completing both those assignments. So let's get to it. So I'm going to scroll down, and the first thing, I'm going to go to the assignments folder first, although I'm going to get back into the materials folder in a minute. The first thing is the registration assignment. So here is the actual form you are going to fill out and submit. So let's first get that up and going so that you can kind of see, and you can see my son's birthday invitation in the background there. All right. Now, this is a planning form. And that's exactly what it is, planning. It is not you are tied to this schedule, you have to register for this schedule. I'm not going to know if you register for what you tell me you're going to register for, okay? So I want to put that first off. Like, some people get freaked out thinking whatever they put down in this form, they have to register for. And that's not the case. You also do not have to fill out this entire box. Some of you may only fill out 1 line. Some of you may fill out 3. Some of you 5. It just really depends. And then at the bottom, you'll see there's a spot. Oh, they took it away. Thank goodness. In the spring semester, they had one where it was advisor signature. So it's not something that you have to take to your advisor, but it could be a tool you could use to have that conversation with your advisor. Say, hey, this is what I'm thinking of taking this fall. What do you think? So because of our current situation with COVID and everything, the college only has fall classes viewable right now. So when you fill out your schedule planning form, you'll be able to type your name, type today's date, and then just click. You're going to be looking at fall. Type your major here, so whatever your major is. Now, you can see, since you're going to download it, again, this is the form you're going to be turning in. You do not have to work with your advisor on this, although it could be kind of a nice way to contact your advisor and say, hey, this got me thinking about my fall schedule. So it could certainly be something that you could start talking to your advisor about. All right, now this is where I said I'm going to go back to my materials folder so you can kind of see where you're going to be going to get some of this information. So here you'll see we have a registration website. It's going to take you to this website right here. Basically just going to talk to you about some procedures. So we're talking about fall right now. Again, the college has not released anything for spring yet, most likely because of the uncertainty with everything. They normally would have spring probably viewable at the very least by now. But you can be registering for fall classes right now. And in fact, some of you may have already enrolled, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. The last day to enroll for fall is set Sunday, August 23rd. So this is just some information about enrollment in general. And then when you're ready, over here, course search. And you're going to do the drop down. We're in fall 2020. Okay, so if you know what you're doing, like if you've self-registered before, you've looked at this before, you're probably familiar with this already. However, if you're not, you're probably thinking, I have no idea what this is. So this is where I would encourage you, remember, in your My Stark State, My Stuff, Map, get into your map page again. You had to submit this a few weeks ago. So hopefully you still have that or you still remember how to get there. Your MAP page is going to tell you what courses you've already taken, what courses you're currently taking, and what courses you will need to take in the future. So that's where you could look and see, like, okay, anything outlined in red I still have to take, and here's the little abbreviations for it. Here's the subject code, here's the number, and then there's the name of the course, how many credits it is. So that's where you could go, like, okay, let's say in yours, by some chance, you have to take quantitative business. So SSC101. I'm going to go here, ACC, and I'm type in 127. And they might not be offering that in this fall. So I'm going to take it out, and I'm just going to search within the ACC area. Okay, so that's going to give me anything that has to do with accounting. I could get a little bit more sophisticated here, and I could, I want to only take classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, or, maybe some of you will be going to just the Akron campus or the main campus, or you just want online, so you can search all of that as well. You can also search by instructor if there's an instructor in your area. So that's what you'll use. You can use MAP to help you. You can also use, if you go to the Stark State homepage, under the academics, find your particular field. So I'm going to go to education. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to click on whatever one aligns with my major. I'm going to go to my courses, and then here's another way of looking to see, okay, what courses do I need to take? Now, it may not have, kind of the way it's organized in MAP, but at least lets you know, like, these are the courses you have to take to get this particular degree. So again, here are those 3-letter abbreviations with the number attached to them. So I would go into, my EDU courses. I would do a class search, and this is what's going to be offered in the fall. So I could kind of look and see. So once I know what classes I need to take, I can get back into my schedule planning form. And here's my, EDU. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. My CRN. That would be, let's say I'm doing child development. I'm going to click on that. Here's my child development. That's the CRN. It's the 5-digit, 24986 in this case. My subject is EDU. The number on that particular course is 131. Then I would type the course name, which is child development. It is 3 credit hours. And then I would type in the time, the days, and the campus. So in this case, this looks like, here we go. This is Monday, Wednesdays, 10:30 to 11:45. So that's what I would type in there. Monday, Wednesdays, 10:45, main campus. Now, if you're taking a class that's online, this would just be web, web, web. You don't have to fill in any particular. And again, as many classes as you want to take, and then add up how many credit hours. So however you want to fill this out is up to you. Like, you can look at your MAP page right here. You can look to see, do you have one of these that you can look at? So you can use those as guides and then fill in your schedule planning form accordingly. Now, if you've already scheduled for fall, you basically did the work. You just have to go in there and type it in. So just look at your course schedule, go into your, got a lot of things up here again, your My Stuff, and check your schedule for fall. And that way you already have your information and you can just plug it in. Okay, so even if you're not 100% sure what you're doing this fall, go ahead and take a look to see what you could take. I know a lot of people are undecided with everything going on. They're not sure if they're going to take classes in the fall or what their class schedule is going to look like. This is just an exercise in planning and making sure you're comfortable with the college's tools and resources. The only reason you would not complete this assignment is if you're graduating this semester or you're transferring. If that's the case, send me a quick email, let me know. So even if you're a CCP, even if you're not sure what's happening in the fall, go ahead and just use the college's tools and resources and look up and see, okay, if I were to sign up for a class or two, these are the ones I would take. Okay, so again, that way you're familiar with how to use all of these. So that's the first assignment. So once you have filled in that document, you've saved it, you'll go back in, and there's a Dropbox in there. You'll go ahead and browse your computer and attach it. That's the first assignment. The second assignment is the library assignment. But again, before you actually go into there, I'm going to encourage you to go back out into the materials folder, and you'll see the digital library. Here, you can really just kind of click on the first one, because then you can walk through the tabs there. So I would encourage you to spend some time looking through the tabs. There are some videos here. So a lot of the videos are just, you see this one's 43 seconds. This one's 49 seconds. So again, the videos aren't terribly long. Spend a few minutes kind of looking at the videos, clicking around, getting some information about the library. This one goes into a little bit more detail because it talks about researching. So there's a little bit more on that particular page. So make sure you're comfortable with that kind of information. Then, once you feel confident, go back out to your assignment area, click on library assignment, and it's going to pop up a different window.
Now that you've completed,
it's going to be one of these where you're going to have to walk through, and it's going to ask you questions within here, and then make sure on the very last slide you let it run to the very end and hit submit. This is an automatically graded assignment, which means you have to make sure that you let it run through and submit, and then it pops up in the gradebook within, sometimes automatically, sometimes there's a little bit of a lag. So make sure you complete that one. The registration assignment, I have to grade manually. So those are your 2 assignments for week 7. So again, no attendance discussion forum post. Instead, you're completing both by Sunday, July 19th. Okay. A couple other things real quickly before I wrap up, just to kind of let you know, I am going to be reopening week 2. This past week in week 6, week 1 was reopened for a few days to allow people to make some work up. I'm going to be reopening week 2 for the same reason, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, July 17th, 18th, 19th. So in case anyone missed work from that week or you were still getting used to the online format, you can go back and make up some points. So be on the lookout for that on that 17th, 18th, 19th. Also, I'm going to open week 8 early. I'm going to open up week 8 on Friday, July 17th. That way you can get a head start. If you finish your 2 assignments in week 7 early, you can go ahead and eventually get into week 8, and you'll see there's only 1 assignment because I crossed the one out. I'm not going to have you worry about it. So there's only 1 assignment in there. So hopefully that makes you feel pretty good about that. But I will open that early because the course ends on a Friday. Friday, July 4th, our course is finished, and so I like to open up week 8 a little early to allow people that little extra time. So again, just for now, make sure you're focusing on week 7. You have until July 19th to finish week 7, and then go ahead and, start week 8 early or revisit week 2 as needed. All right. As always, email me if you need anything, message me on Blackboard, and I hope you are all doing well. Bye.